Hey everybody, boo bitches. Welcome to episode 8 of River's Ramblings. It's just me again at the moment. Ren is off being her little magical, mystical self. And while we miss her a lot, she's doing what she needs to do. So that's all. That's good. I am trying to get better brain wise so that I can go back to doing C3 things with actual notes instead of me just trying to stumble and ramble about. So I'm hoping to do that. I am putting out a new episode of After Dark on Sunday, which is going to be done with notes. So we'll see how well that goes with me trying to read. Um, We'll just play it by ear, so it may be no more Rivers Ramblings. It may be back to C3. Don't know when Ren will come back though, so we'll just play that by ear too. But today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am decided that I like to do light versus dark episodes. So I'm going to try a couple of these and see how that goes. Um, Today I thought I would start with wishes. So there is a light side and dark side to everything, magic included, obviously. So of course, I'll have a cocktail that goes with both sides. So you can choose whether you want to do your light side or your dark side. So tonight's light side cocktail is called the Starlight Spritz. My mouth is watering. It is elderberry liqueur, lemon soda, and edible glitter. Very light and fun. The dark side cocktail is called Whisper to the Abyss, and it is black currant gin, activated charcoal, and a dry ice to create that spooky, dark vibe. I'm going to go off tangent for a minute about activated charcoal because I was like, I, what, what is that and how do you use it and why do you put it in cocktails? So, what is activated charcoal? It is a fine black powder that is made from coconut shells, bamboo, or other carbon-rich materials that have been heated up to high temperatures, which activates it to increase surface area. So it's kind of like the goth cousin to baking soda. What does it taste like? Surprisingly, not much. It's actually got very little flavor. It's nearly tasteless. And though it can have kind of a little bit of an earthy mineral note to it, it's really not overpowering. It won't alter your drink's flavor at all, which is perfect for cocktail crafting. So if you're looking for that aesthetic without sacrificing your taste, this is actually perfect. And why is it good in cocktails? Well, it gives you this stunning jet black color, which is cool. And a tiny pinch turns any drink into this witch's brew looking stuff, especially when it's paired with citrus, berries, or sparkling wine. It's suspenseful, it's mysterious, it's perfect for moody drinks in our darker episodes and for anything that gives you that cursed seductive vibe. And it plays well with others. Since it's basically tasteless, you don't have to compete with that flavor profile and, try to come up with the specific flavor profile that'll match the content. So, where do you get it? You can get it from health food stores like Whole Foods or Sprouts. You can get it at pharmacies. It's usually sold in capsule form for detox or upset stomachs, so you can get it there. And of course, you can order it online, Amazon, of course, or specialty cocktail sites. Look for food grade activated charcoal powder. You really want to make sure it's food grade. And you're going to want to avoid the charcoal that is sold for teeth whitening because it's a little bit gritty and it is not food safe. So don't use that stuff. You're going to want to get food grade activated charcoal powder. Just a few little magical and medical warnings. Do not overdo it. Just a pinch per drink does the trick. Too much can affect your digestion. It absorbs toxins, yes, but it also absorbs meds. So if you're on important medications, you might not want to put charcoal in your cocktails. Do some research and see if it's going to affect your medications. And it does stain things. So keep it away from your favorite spell books or your pastel party dresses. Like I've got some pastel dresses that I just ordered for our Kentucky Derby party that we're going to have. And uh, I am not going to be serving drinks with activated charcoal because it would definitely stain my pastel dresses. Okay, so back on topic, let's talk about wish magic. Well, it is wish magic. What is wish magic? Wishes are the whispers of the soul, quiet hopes sent into the universe with a breath, a candle flame, or a coin tossed into a fountain. But for us witches, wishes are more than just fairy tales. They are a focused act of will, desire, and intention. And like all magic, a witch can walk a line between light and dark. So wishes are often rooted in ancient traditions, and I'll get into more examples later, but here's just a few. Wishing on falling stars, wishing on your birthday candles, blowing out dandelion seeds, the little white puffy dandelion seeds, breaking that turkey wishbone at Thanksgiving. The history of witch magic. Long before the word magic was ever spoken, wishes have been made and sacred petitions have been given to the spirits, gods, or other natural forces. I imagine this was especially true in the times before that were dark and hard, and it's natural to want to wish for better things when things aren't so good. In ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt, people wrote prayers and desires on clay tablets or papyrus, offering them to deities or spirits to be fulfilled. In Greece and Rome, coins were offered in sacred springs and fountains. Wishes were tied to the water nymphs and the gods, which is kind of what we do today. I mean, I've put coins in a fountain before with a wish. In China, they have paper wishing slips where those were tied to trees and incense burned to send desires skyward to the ancestors or to the heavens. In medieval and Renaissance times, during the times of religious persecution, wishing magic, as all kinds of magics, had to go underground. So it became part of kitchen witchcraft, stirring clockwise while whispering your wish, while you were cooking. Charm crafting, embedding wishes in talismans, coins, or dolls. Candle spells, a growing tradition where flame or the smoke rising from the flame carries the wish to the divine or the universe or to the spirit realm. Wishes made during holy days or Sabbats were especially strong, potent, I guess is the proper word. Lammas, Imbolc, and Samhain were all common times for wish-based magic. And these weren't idle thoughts. They were full magical acts, often done at liminal times like dusk or moonrise or the solstice, like I said. A wish was a request and a spell. And then as you moved into the 19th and 20th centuries, the Victorians loved wish magic, even though I don't think they called it that. Fairy tales popularized that three wishes trope, and often with a twist about unforeseen consequences of your wishes. Spiritual and mediumship, which became really popular in that time period, brought back ancestor-based wishing and manifestation. Wishing papers, magic novenas, which is a form of worship consisting of special prayers or services on 9 successive days. And lucky charms were sold by occult suppliers and early New Age spiritualists, which was a big thing in that time frame. So here are some popular ways people have made wishes. Touch blue and your wish will come true. Make a wish each time you eat a green M&M. I grew up with that one. Eating a green M&M, you're supposed to make a wish on them. Make a wish when you see 3 birds sitting on a telephone wire. Put a watermelon seed on your forehead and make a wish before it falls off. Make a wish before you blow out the candles on your birthday cake, of course. Make a wish on the first star you see tonight, that Disney rhyme. Wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. And you do that on the first star you see at night. Throw a coin into the fountain. Make a wish when the water clears, since you can see your reflection. Apparently that's a thing. Make a wish on a new pair of shoes before you wear them for the first time. I had never heard of that one. Make a wish for another person with another person on the wishbone. You each take the end of of the bone and you pull it until it breaks, and the person with the larger piece of bone gets the wish, which I did growing up myself. Make a wish on the first robin you see in spring. I had never heard that one. If you find a penny, wear it in your left shoe and your wish will come true. Wishes made on Midsummer's Eve, June 23rd, usually, are most likely to come true. And hold your breath and make a wish while crossing a short, straight bridge. I had never heard that one. So you might be saying, wishes, aren't wishes really just manifestation? And they are kind of. Wishes are things like, I hope this will happen. A wish is a desire released into the universe, often with a touch of mystery, longing, and faith. The core energy of wishes is emotional, hopeful, receptive, sometimes passive, tied to a chance or fate, as opposed to manifestation, which I'll get to in a minute. The magical vibe of wishes, wishing wells, shooting stars, birthday candles, spells that are tied to emotion and feeling, often used in childlike or romantic magic, but don't let that fool you. Wish magic is powerful when it's focused. So examples in practice, you whisper a desire and blow on that dandelion puff, or you write your wish on a bay leaf or paper and burn it, maybe during a full moon. Casting a bay leaf spell with a single line desire. The light side is gentle, intuitive, and deeply heartfelt, whereas the darker side can be vague, it can be overly dependent on outside forces, or it could be rooted in intense longing without action. So I'll talk a little bit more about the light versus dark in a minute, but I want to get to what manifestation is. Manifestation is more, instead of saying, I hope this is happening, manifestation, wishes are, I hope this will happen. Manifestation is, I am creating this. Manifestation is intention plus action, a deliberate alignment of your thoughts, energy, and behavior toward a specific goal. The core energy of manifestation is empowered, it's strategic, it's active, it's grounded in personal agency, and it's tied to will and focus. The magical vibe of manifestation, you might think vision boards, affirmations, that's a big one, spell work that's timed with lunar cycles, layered rituals with crystals, candles, oils, or journaling. Modern witches often pair manifestation with goal setting, self-work, shadow integration. So examples of this might be a 7-day candle spell to manifest a job offer, or daily affirmations paired with a crystal grid and focused journaling. Performing abundance magic during the waxing moon with action steps in place. The light side of manifestation is empowering, goal-oriented, clear, and focused. The shadow side or darker side can be more controlling, rigid, ego-driven, if not aligned with higher self or divine timing, which generally, if it's ego, you're not at your higher self. So a little chart, and I'll probably put this on Patreon as a cheat sheet for you guys. The core phrase for wishes would be, I hope or I want. For manifestation, the core phrase is, I will or I am or it is. The energy of wishes is receptive, emotional, and intuitive. The energy of manifestation is active, focused, and deliberate. The tools for wishes might be candles or bay leaves, dandelions, or stars. The tools of manifestation are vision boards, affirmations, ritual cycles. Timing for wishes could be timed to moon phases, liminal moments, or symbolism. Timing for manifestation could be daily. It could be a daily routine. It could be lunar mapping. It could be spell timing. We've done an episode on the times for casting certain spells. The focus of a wish is heartfelt desire, something you really want. Manifestation is strategic intention. And to me, that right there is the difference between wishes and manifestation. Hoping as opposed to strategic intention. And then the risk of witches is it can lack the clarity of direction that manifestation does. But the risk of manifestation is that it could be overly rigid or overly forceful. All right, so which one should you use? If you're feeling vulnerable, needing comfort or spiritual release, then use wish magic. It's soothing, it's sacred, and beautifully intuitive. But if you're ready to hustle the universe and show up for your dream and get it done, then you want to use manifestation magic. It turns the cauldron into a command center. But here's the witchy truth. The most powerful spells start with a wish and actually become a manifestation. You wish it, you want it, you will it, and you work it. So the wish part is at the beginning and the manifestation part is at the end. All right, so witchcraft basics. And it's so weird to say witchcraft because I feel like it's witchcraft, but it's wishcraft. Okay, so at its core, wishcraft includes desire. A wish becomes a want with a want, whether it's for love, success, healing, clarity, or sometimes something more mysterious. It has intentional energy. So unlike just blowing out the candle and hoping, wishcraft actually does dip into the side of manifestation where it channels focused energy to give you that wish momentum. Using candles, bay leaves, coins, herbs, dandelions, or even moonlight to act as a bridge between you and what you desire, that's the tools that you use when you're doing wishcraft. Faith or belief. It's not necessarily religious, as magic isn't, but it can be rooted in trusting the magic, your own and the universe's ability to respond. Light wish magic is rooted in hope, healing, and heart-centered intention. It's gentle and invites grace into your life and the world around you. There are types of light wishes, wishing for healing, either for yourself or for others. Sending love out into the universe without any expectation or of return. I mean, a lot of us do that. Just, you're thinking of someone and you wish them well. Creating vision boards full of positivity and potential. And as I've told you before, my family does this every New Year's Eve, is we do wish vision boards, which if you work it, it becomes a manifestation, but it's also a wish. That time frame when you're sitting around, like we are all have our little hot chocolate or milkshakes or whatever it is that we want. And of course, I have a cocktail, and you're going through the magazines and cutting out the pictures, or going through the stuff that you've bought off Etsy and cutting them out and organizing them on your page. That is the time of wishing. You're wishing for these things that you're seeing on these pictures. The manifestation comes later. You can blow cinnamon on your door at the beginning of each month for prosperity and fresh beginnings. That is a wish. Casting I wish spells during the waxing moon, aligning with growth and attraction. So specific tools for light wish magic might be white candles, dandelions, clovers, the wishbones, quartz crystals. Light wishes are about receiving with gratitude, not demanding. Light wishes are powered by trust. So dark wishes. Dark wish magic can be potent, shadowy, and very deeply personal. This is the realm of ambition, transformation, and sometimes vengeance. It's the whispered wish said through clenched teeth or desperate tears. Dark wish magic is the power of reclaiming your wants without apology. Types of dark wish magic might be baneful wishing. I wish they would feel what they made me feel. Shadow manifestation, which is rooted in suppressed desire or jealousy. Calling back what is lost through intense intention. Dark wish magic might explore moral complexities. You might cross that line, as a lot of dark magic might. It all depends on the witch's personal moral compass. You might use the waning moon to empower a wish for release, destruction, or karmic return. Karma, I think, is a good way to talk about dark wish magic, where you're wanting them to get what they deserve, that kind of thing. Tools for dark wish magic might be a black or a red candle, rusty nails, ashes, bones, mirror shards, hematite, obsidian, or garnet crystals. Stormwater and crossroad dirt are really good for the dark side of wishing. So dark wish magic demands honesty. What is it that you're really wishing for? And you've got to remember the consequences. Are you ready for those if you go down that dark path? So I've got a chart for this too. The intent, if your intent for the magic is love, the light wish magic might be, I wish to meet someone who truly sees me, the love of my life. The dark wish magic might be, I wish that their partner leaves them for good and they come to me. Justice in the light wish magic might be, I wish the truth would come to light. Whereas on the dark side, it might be, I wish they would feel every lie that they've ever told, or I wish they would feel everything that they've caused, that they've, hurt somebody. I wish that they would feel that same pain. Abundance. Light wish magic would be something like, I wish to receive what I need to thrive. On the dark side, it might be, I wish that their success crumbles into dust. Self-empowerment on the light side might be, I wish to step into my full power. Whereas the dark side of self-empowerment might be, I wish to become too strong for anyone to ever harm me again. So I will probably post those two charts on Patreon for you guys. Okay, so witch making versus wish making. I really feel like wishing is not the same as actual witchcraft. It depends on how much intent you put into it. Because just wishing, I wish that it would snow on a school day. I wish it would snow. I feel like wishing doesn't have the intent that's necessary for witchcraft. It's more hopeful, whereas our spells are very focused with intent and planning. A wish is more like, yeah, I hope for this, that it's going to come true, whereas witchcraft is knowing that it's going to come true. I do believe that wishing can be a part of our practice. I kind of love the idea of enchanting a pen or a journal to help your wishes or manifestations, if you want to. Some of you might think that they are the same thing, come to pass. So I found on badwitch.co.uk a really cool article, and she was talking about enchanting a pen or a journal to help your wishes come to pass. She said, take a cleansed book or a new journal and a writing tool outside. Hold the book and let the light of the moon fall on the cover, and then open it and let the moonlight fall on the pages inside. Ask the lunar powers to bless it and charge it with magical intent to empower the wishes that you will write there. Then hold your pen or pencil in the moonlight and ask that it be blessed or enchanted so that the words it writes helps manifest your desires. And then visualize the pen as a wand to channel energy. And on the very first blank page, write, I charge this book to make true the wishes I will write within. Or you can make it a rhyming thing or whatever you want to do. And then don't forget to thank the moon before you go back inside. It's a good idea to also make some kind of offering, perhaps like wine or alcohol or even fruit juice as an offering for the power that you've just received, the blessing that you just received. And when you want to make a wish using your enchanted pen and book, do it in the moonlight or the same light that you used to charge it. It could have been a candle that maybe you charged it by. Or maybe it's a fire in either a fireplace or an outdoor fire station. What is it called? Those things that you do outside that aren't really warm, but they look really pretty. And then I came up with I found another site that was talking about wish magic, and it is, and I don't know how to say it, HLMANN.com. And it talks about the magic of 13 wishes. So she says this is all about the 12 days of Christmas, or that time frame. And the idea is that you make 13 wishes for yourself that you send out into the universe. And I think it's a beautiful idea that you focus on yourself and imagine what your next year could be. I think it's a really good way to make yourself think about next year and what you want and what you need and what kind of work you're going to need to do to get where you want to be for the next year. So each night for 12 nights, you take one of the wishes and you'll burn it. That way, the wish will be transformed and handed over to that higher power, like the universe, whatever the spirits, whatever you want to call it, and which is now takes over and takes care of them. The 13th wish is for you to take care of, that you manifest it, you do the work for it. You don't trust in the universe to do it. So ahead of December 24th, you're going to sit down with a piece of paper and write down what you wish for. And this may be more powerful if you use that pen and journal that we just talked about a minute ago. But be aware that there are some rules that are important as with regards to your wishes. The wishes should be about you and not anybody else. You should stick to a concise statement and to make it concrete. We've talked about this before in several episodes. You use your present tense language and write them as if the wish is already a reality. We've talked about that too. This is one of our manifestation rules and techniques. So instead of saying, I want to have 20 new clients next year, you're going to write, I am working with 20% new clients in my business. So mote it be. It is. Once you've made your choice, you're going to write every wish on a small piece of paper. You're going to fold the paper so that you can no longer see what is written on it. And you put the wishes in a bowl or a jar, and every night, starting from midnight on the December 25th, you take out one piece of paper and set it on fire. Make sure that you have a fireproof vessel on hand for this, of course. Or since it's Christmas here in the United States, it's cold, so you might burn it in your fireplace. On January 5th, you'll burn your 12th wish. This is the time of the Epiphany in religion as well, I think January 6th. But after that, there should only be one piece of paper left in your jar or bowl, and you take that one, and that one you are allowed to read. This wish is meant for you, and it will be your responsibility to make this one come true. The universe takes care of the rest of them, but this one's on you. I love this idea. It makes you focus on yourself for your wants and needs for 13 days in a row. Sometimes at the beginning of the year, we're like, yeah, on New Year's Eve, we think about what our hopes and dreams are and what we want. This requires that kind of dedication for 13 days. And I think that's a great way to start off the new year. So I really liked this episode. I like the idea of talking to you guys about light versus dark of every topic that I'm going to do. So I really like this. I think I'm going to try it again. I do think wishes can be witchcraft. I do think manifestation is more spell and intent oriented. But anyway, get out there. Wish with intent, clarity, and courage. May your wishes find their way. Thanks for listening. We'll be back. And until then, stay witchy.